Hey guys, hello. Happy Tuesday, starting a little early, cause we ain't got nothing better to do, why not? How's your week going so far? Okay, yes, I remember that. Okay, let's go to our page and share this out. I don't think tonight's show is going to be robust as last night's. Hello. But we've definitely got some cool stories. Let me share this out. Make sure that you tell your friends about this. Share this out to them. Remember, we get started about 8:05. So if you know anybody who might want to join in on the fun with us, you're going to want to do that at 8:05, okay? Give me a moment. How are you guys doing? How's your day been? Tell me something good that happened to you today. For me, something good that happened was that I completed my daily exercise. Myself and a friend of mine, we've been doing these mini workouts throughout the day to just break up the monotony of the day. And we've been going strong for about a month now. So I'm very proud of the both of us. No. Discard, sir. Share to. See, and this is why I like starting early, so I can work out all these kinks. Because now that I've kind of switched the order of how I use the devices, it's still taking some getting used to. Yes. All right, so we are all shared out on Facebook. Let us go to Instagram. Don't even want to know. Okay. Hey, Instagram. Hello. Let me put the title in. How y'all doing? All right, let me post this. And yes, okay. Our comment is pinned. Where's my audio device? It's supposed to be here. Are you on? We want to make sure we've got all our things together. Yes, we are on there. All right, so we are getting started in 5 minutes. Just want to give you guys some time to come on into the room. We are going to end promptly at 8:35 this evening because I have an online meeting that I have to attend at 8:45, and they paid for my time, so I got to be on time. All right. So we are going to finish promptly at 8:35 at the latest. Yes. Where is everybody? It's only Tuesday. Y'all usually kind of go missing on me on Thursday. What's happening today? Is there a versus battle going on Instagram? Everybody's going live now. I was checking Instagram like 30 minutes ago, and there were like 7 different lives going on. I've never seen it so popping. But I am still true to this. I've been live streaming before it was super popular. All right, I've been here. Hi, SoulRap21. Hey, thanks for joining. All right, we are going to get started in about 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Make sure that you share this out to your friends. SoulRap21, how has your day been? Tell me something good that happened to you. You know, we're trying to keep our spirits up during these times. So any good news we get is great news. Like, I just want to share positivity as much as we can. Yes. Tonight's stories, we have Dr. Seuss is making an appearance on the show tonight, as well as Star Trek. If you didn't know, I'm a big nerd and I love Star Trek. One of my favorite Star Trek, well, we'll talk about that when we get to the story, but just know I'm a Trekkie, but they wrong in this instance. We are going to be talking about, if anybody here watches who is from Georgia, we've got a case about Georgia, like literally the state of Georgia, coming up. And it doesn't have to do with COVID. I hope y'all are staying home, Georgia. I don't care what the governor says. Y'all should still be inside. So Rat 21 said, I applied for a trademark, but I was like 2 days late because someone beat me to it. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry about that. But you know what? I know that you have a creative mind and you will come up with an even better idea and you will hop on trying to protect it. I have faith in you. All right. Okay. So we're getting started in just 2 minutes. Make sure you share this out to your friends. Send this out to your friends. Hey. Don't mind me. You know, we gotta try and keep the energy up here. So Rap 21, it might be you and me holding down the fort tonight. Okay, we are getting started in less than 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, those in the non-binary. Yeah, I'm excited for tonight's shows. Hello, whoever came in on Facebook, hello, please say hi, because it won't tell me who you are until you actually type something in the box, and I want to greet you properly, please. We are getting started in just 1 minute now. We have 1 minute before we get started. You're going to want to share this out to your friends, okay? We are talking about the illustrious Dr. Seuss tonight. Oh, something good that happened to me. I have been listening to the Deborah Cox Pandora station all day. Look, Deborah Cox and her song Nobody's Supposed to Be Here came on this morning. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and when I tell you I was belting it out the top of my lungs because that song is so appropriate at this time. All right, less than a minute, guys, till we get started. Tell your friends, bring them on in. And you know, we got to do our greetings and things like that. Thanks for hanging out with me, So Rap 21. I appreciate you. All right, so we are getting started momentarily. Hey, I see you. All right, it is time to get started, okay? Tell your friends to come on in. All right. Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. Just kidding, guys. Welcome. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Side note, if you know what that little greeting was that I started with, give me a tiger emoji in the comments, because people who know where it's from will understand. But yes, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish, everybody. This is my Monday through Thursday live broadcast, where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you are wondering, who is this lady on the internet talking? I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I'm the host of the show, and I'm the owner and operator of NPL Consulting, LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help people like yourself get your business paperwork together so that you can build and scale your business with confidence. So things like registering your business with the state, making sure you have appropriate contracts, getting EIN numbers, getting DUNS numbers, making sure that you hire employees properly, basic brand protection strategies. I help you do all of those things. Why am I qualified to help you do all of those things? Thank you for asking, person in the back. I'm qualified to help you do these things because I'm a licensed attorney. I have been one for 14 years and counting. I have started multiple businesses for myself and others, both online and offline. I have had many careers in the realms of entrepreneurship, the law, education, hospitality, and administrative support. And most important, I am very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everyone as possible. Not everybody has the time, the money, or the desire to go to business school or to law school, but so many people have amazing business ideas. And if you're going to be successful in business, there's just some concepts that you need to know. There's no way around it. You just got to know them. And I want to make getting to know it, as simple as possible. If you would like to see how you can work with me, I want you to go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm. So there you're going to be able to do multiple things. You're going to be able to download my free biz launch cheat sheet that will help you get your dream business started in 7 days or less. You're also going to be able to book your free 15-minute consultation if you are a first-time client. You will also be able to pick up the Business Startup Basics video training bundle. This is a 4-video, 3 ebook bundle that gives you a crash course in entrepreneurship, all those steps that you need to take to make sure that you're legitimate, make sure your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, so that you can go out there and step into these places with confidence. Thank you, Shop Best on the Yard, for putting the link in the comments. I appreciate you. Friends, if you need custom items, listen, my girl Shop Best on the Yard, she actually just posted a GIF of my parents. I bought my parents 2 custom tumblers from her for the holidays, and they absolutely love them. She is amazing at what she does. Go check her out. Get yourself some custom items. Y'all ain't going nowhere anyway. I know those of you who are blessed to still be working. I know you saving money, and people's birthdays is coming up. Get them something special, something custom. All right. Yes. But back to what I was saying. Yes, go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm and make sure that you take advantage of all of the tools and products and services that I have available. Thank you, Shop Best on the Yard. Mom and Dad, if you're watching, my friend Brittany, she said that you guys are so cute. She put you guys on her Instagram. All right, but I've talked enough about me and my business. Let's talk about this show. If you are watching for the first time, here's how it works. I pull stories from the news, stories that you guys send me, stories that I see on, social media sites, or blogs, things like that. And I pick the ones that I feel like have lessons that we can learn as business owners, and we discuss these stories. Okay, so this is a discussion between me and y'all. Okay, we just having a nice little round table discussion in the living room. I'm gonna pour out some drinks, get you some snacks, but we're also gonna learn. But I want you to, I'm gonna ask you questions. I want your commentary. If you have questions, put them in the box. This is a space where everybody is welcome and all your opinions are welcome as long as they are respectful. Okay. So without further ado, we are going to get started because I have to end promptly at 8:35. All right. First story that we have tonight, it is the title story of our show. If you have ever read a Dr. Seuss book, give me a star emoji. If you have ever read a Dr. Seuss book, specifically, Oh, the Places You'll Go. Here, we're going to make it more specific. If you've ever read Dr. Seuss's Oh, the Places You'll Go, give me a star emoji, okay? Now, if you don't know Oh, the Places You'll Go, it's one of Dr. Seuss's... is that a star emoji? Oh, thank you, Shop S on the Yard. So if you didn't know... Dr. Seuss's Oh, the Places You'll Go. It is a very popular gift for graduates to give them, or any type of graduate as they're going on to the next step of their life, to give them this book, Oh, the Places You'll Go, because it's all about, being inspired to move forward in the world and, meeting new people and trying new things. And Oh, the Places You'll Go is just kind of like that staple graduation gift, right? Here's the problem. There is a comic book store called Comic Mix, and they made their own version. Yes, it is an awesome bookshop, Best on the Yard. They made their own version of Oh, the Places You'll Go, and they called it Oh, the Places You'll Boldly Go. And it was based on Star Trek. Now, like I was saying in the beginning, I am a big nerd. I love Star Trek. So, when I saw this, Oh, the Places You'll Boldly Go, my ears immediately perked up. And I was like, oh my God, that is totally something that I would be into, right? And Dr. Seuss's people, or the people who are running Dr. Seuss's website right now, they probably thought the same thing, because they filed a copyright infringement suit on the comic book store. They said that the comic book store, they are targeting the same audience, the same channels, and the same purpose. The book, it's basically just, using the Dr. Seuss template and, adding Star Trek-y things to it. On top of this, the Dr. Seuss company, they actually license out, hey Joanne, hey Joey, they actually license out to other, I am Taquita Sims, hi. But yes, Dr. Seuss's people, they actually license out all the places you'll go so that you can make your own custom book. Think about Monopoly and all of the kind of custom monopolies you can do. I remember my undergraduate university, I went to Boston College. They had their own, Monopoly. They had their own Boston College Monopoly version, right? Well, Dr. Seuss's people, if you pay them enough coin, they will also allow you to make your own version of Oh, the Places You'll Go. And this comic book store, Comic Mix, did not get that permission from Dr. Seuss's people. They just decided, oh, we're going to stick Star Trek into this story and sell our own thing. Okay? And they even market, I'm good, Book Figures One. Hi, thank you for joining. Yes, and the comic book store even called it the Star Trek version of Dr. Seuss, okay? Now, initially when Dr. Seuss's people and this comic book store went to court, the first judge found in the comic book store's favor, but Dr. Seuss's people are appealing, and now they're going up before the Ninth Circuit to determine whether this comic book store's parodying of Oh, the Places You'll Go is fair use or if it's copyright infringement. So what I want to know from you guys as an audience is, do you think that this Star Trek version of Oh, the Places You'll Go, do you think that that is fair use of this book, or do you think that it's copyright infringement? What do you think about that? I want to know what you guys think. I personally think it's infringement. As far as I know, the copyright on Oh, the Places You'll Go has not expired yet, on top of the fact that they do license out to people if they want to make their custom versions of the book. I don't think that Comic Mix really stands a chance in this. You can't just take something that is, an active work that is very popular, that probably brings in a fair chunk of change, and expect the originators to just sit back while you try and take some of their coin. Especially somebody like me who loves both Dr. Seuss and Star Trek. Like, I would be so interested in that Star Trek book. Shop Best on the Yard said it's fair use, but they shouldn't mention Dr. Seuss's name. It's not that they mentioned, well, yes, they did mention Dr. Seuss's name in the advertising, but they also use like the same formatting of the book. It's not just, calling it the title. It's also the format of the book, the same kind of rhyming scheme, lots of photos. So it's not just the name. It's kind of the whole format of the book that was, parodied, So now that you know that, what do you think about their chances? Do you think that Dr. Seuss's people should win, or do you think that this comic book store should be allowed to sell their Oh, the Places You'll Boldly Go parody book? What do you guys think? Yes, okay, we are making excellent time. But yeah, like I said, I think that Dr. Seuss should totally win this. Shop S in the Yard said, I think Dr. Seuss's format is a commonly used format. It's like when people do business. No. And I'm like the rhyming scheme and everything. I don't think that they allow that to be just used like that. Dr. Seuss, they have a very particular style of drawing. They have a particular kind of, reading level and the types of, and the way that the words are arranged. They're very particular about the formatting of their books. Granted, I do not have children, and it's been a while since I read a Dr. Seuss book. So I as far as I know, Dr. Seuss kind of has that area on lock for themselves. But feel free to correct me, because I am not an expert in everything. Okay. Hey, Sincere39, how you doing? We were just talking about Dr. Seuss and Star Trek. Are you a fan of either? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, so we're going to have to wait and see what the Ninth Circuit Court has to say about, Comic Mix's version of Oh, the Places You'll Go, and whether they can continue selling it. And as soon as I get an update, you guys will too. Okay? All right, so we are moving on to our next story. I want to remind you guys, you're a fan of both of them. Oh, you're going to want to go back and watch the beginning of the show, because there is just craziness going on between Dr. Seuss and a comic book store that is kind of obsessed with Star Trek. Anyway, let me get back to this. Book Figures One said, Dr. Seuss's people will win. It's horrible how someone can come along and copy your whole style and benefit from it. Shop S on the Yard said, I need to buy the copy to see just how similar it is. And that is where Dr. Seuss is like, excuse me, they don't want you going to buy this parody book. They said, if you want All the Places You'll Go, come buy it over here with Dr. Seuss. They're like Suge Knight with Death Row Records. If you don't want your, comic book store dancing in all the videos and putting Star Trek in your book, come over here to Dr. Seuss and get your All the Places You'll Go. Okay, that's what's going on here. Okay, so now that I have gotten my little rant out of the way, let's move on to our next story. Is anybody here? Actually, Shop Best on the Yard, I believe that you are in Atlanta or in Georgia right now. Wait, what? You're in Georgia right now or South Carolina? You're in South Carolina. I always forget. Goodness. Let me know which state you're in. I think you said South Carolina and you moved from Atlanta. I'm like terrible with geography. My apologies, and I'm so sorry. Anyway, South Carolina, okay. Shop S in the Yard said, I don't really like Star Trek, and I wouldn't think twice about the comic book store's book, but since Dr. Seuss is making so much of a fuss now, I want to see why. Okay. Hey, maybe we just gave the comic book store free promo. Yes, right, your NSC moved from ATL. Okay, well, Brittany, my dear, your former state of Georgia, they're out here trying to copyright the law. So Georgia, the state of Georgia, literally the state of Georgia, was just handed a defeat by the United States Supreme Court because they were trying to copyright their annotated legal code, meaning that, the Georgia state laws, all of the state laws in Georgia, they will usually have some footnotes with numbers at the bottom from, judges and attorneys and, legal experts to further explain the law, right? And hi, Renee Shea. And the state of Georgia was trying to copyright these notes that were about the Georgia state law. And the U.S. Supreme Court said, no, girl, because you doing that is basically going to give people unequal access to the law. Because if the state of Georgia is allowed to copyright their legal code, that means they can control who has access to it and who does not. And what usually gets you access to stuff? Money. So if they were able to copyright this and limit who had access to it, or mean that, or have to say, well, you need to buy a license to access the Georgia, the state of Georgia annotated legal code, that could effectively put low income people at a disadvantage because they would not have the funds to access the legal code. So the U.S. Supreme Court said, no, Georgia, you cannot copyright your legal code. And this is going to create too much inequality. And also, this was done by a legal making body, and this is like a conflict of interest. And nobody's above the law. So no, Georgia, you cannot copyright the law. So, do you think that the U.S. Supreme Court got it right? Do you think that they were right in denying the state of Georgia the right to copyright their laws? Or do you think that Georgia should be allowed to, kind of keep their notes proprietary. Shot Best on the Yard said, Georgia is always trying to screw over the people. I have never lived in Georgia. I know that their governor is crazy trying to open up the state too soon. I know that there were issues with voting and things like that. But this in particular, yes, this would affect, lower income communities, which tend to be communities of color. If I'm trying to, because I cannot afford an attorney, if I'm trying to put together my defense for a case and I'm trying to access Georgia state laws and I can't because I have to buy a license, that effectively locks me out of the legal system. Sincere 39 said, isn't that the way it already is in America? Have versus have nots. Yes, true, but I can still go to the library. I can still go to the state house, and I can, any citizen can go and access the legal code, or I can find it online. What Georgia was effectively trying to do was put the Georgia state code behind a paywall. Shop S in the Yard said crazy. Yes. Sincere 39 said the Georgia governor is as bright as, we don't say that man's name on this show because that is a bad word here. But we will say Georgia governor is as bright as 45. Yes, but yeah, so Georgia was doing too much, and the U.S. Supreme Court said, no, girl, have a seat, next. So we are going to move on to our final story of the evening. I have to end promptly at 8:35 because I have a meeting at 8:45 that they paying me for, so I gotta show up. Okay. IQ 45 is okay. IQ 45, I can get with that. All right, our last story tonight. Does anybody watch RuPaul's Drag Race? I absolutely love this show. If you watch RuPaul's Drag Race, hi Empress Credit, give me a crown emoji, okay? For those of you who don't know, RuPaul's Drag Race is a competition show where drag queens compete for $100,000 and a bunch of other prizes. They have to make costumes, they have to act, they have to sing. Yes, I love that show, okay? Love RuPaul's Drag Race. And today I was on YouTube and a video popped up that said, what did it say? It said, truths that you didn't know about your sister loves that show. I think that the contestants on that show, they are so talented. You have to know how to sew. You have to know how to sing. You have to know how to dance. You have to know how to how to, be a host. You have to be funny. It is an amazing, talent competition. And I would, recommend it to anybody to watch. Anyway. But let's get back to what I was saying. So I was in a YouTube spiral and I saw a video that popped up that said, truths you didn't know about RuPaul's Drag Race. And they were going up through all of, the backdoor things that the contestants have to go through. They're basically cut off from society the moment that they get there. One of the contestants said they were blindfolded when they got off the plane and they didn't unblindfold them until they got to the hotel. You're not allowed to have guests, adore. Yeah. One of the past contestants was on X on the Beach. Really? Oh, adore. Okay. I might have to watch that. Okay. So RuPaul's Drag Race, it is so entertaining, but there is a lot, hi Mahogany Joy, but there is a lot that goes into putting this show together, especially the fact that you never hear anything leak about who the winner is for any season of RuPaul's Drag Race, right? Why? Because RuPaul's Drag Race, they have dotted their I's and crossed their T's. They have so many contracts. They have contracts with the contestants that the contestants cannot sue the show for defamation. So you know how sometimes someone will appear to be the villain of the season and all they do is show them being mean and snarky? They have a specific clause in a contract that says, if we make you out to be the evil person of the season, you can't sue us. They also have contracts telling the people that if they talk about anything that happens on RuPaul's Drag Race, they will be sued. if they talk bad about RuPaul's Drag Race, they can be disqualified and also sued. They have so many contracts in place and they run such a tight ship. And it made me admire the show even more because they know what they have. Thank you for the Crown Book Figures one. Because they know they know what they have. They know it's worth a lot of money and they are very tight-lipped about their secrets. On top of the fact that this is a big money maker, they want to make sure that these contestants aren't, interfering with anything and that the money is always secured. So they keep these contestants under contract. Like any contestant who is on RuPaul's Drag Race, they are not allowed to do, by contract, they are not allowed to do any interviews with anybody that is not associated with RuPaul for 1 year after the last episode of the season airs. Okay, if they can do live shows and appearances, but they cannot go on Good Morning America and do an interview, within a year of having been on RuPaul's Drag Race. When I say that RuPaul runs, rules with an iron fist this Drag Race empire, whether you like RuPaul or not, you have to give it up that, they've got the contracts in place and people know exactly what's going to happen to them. And this is why I insist that you guys have solid contracts. Contracts keep people from spilling your secrets. When you know that you can get sued if you don't do the right thing, people tend to act right. So why I brought this up is because I want you guys to understand the power of contracts. RuPaul's enterprise, that whole thing is held together by a series of contracts. It might seem like just a little bit of paper, but it is a very important bit of paper that can be worth hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars, and you need to make sure that you protect yourself. So I don't care if you're just starting out in business, have your contracts ready. You never know where you're going to go in life, and you want to be prepared, okay? So those were the stories that I had for you tonight. We do have to end kind of early. I have another meeting that I have to attend, where they've requested me to do a little bit of a presentation. But if you guys, do you guys have any questions? We have like maybe 5 more minutes that we can do for questions about any of the stories we had. We talked about Dr. Seuss, suing this comic book store for their Star Trek version of Oh, the Places You'll Go. We have the state of Georgia trying to put their annotated laws behind a paywall and copywriting the law so you can only access it if you pay them a license. We went through some of the particulars of what it takes to be on RuPaul's Drag Race and all the contracts they have them under. Hello, all things social justice. Welcome. We are just about to end if there are no questions, but if we do have questions, we've got 4 more minutes, okay? Guys, before we end, I want to make sure that I remind you that if you are trying, during this time to get, your business idea from idea to actual concrete thing, go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm and pick up the Biz Launch cheat sheet, okay? It is completely free and it will help you get your dream business launched in 7 days or less. As well, make sure that you go and book your either 15-minute consultation, use my Talk to Me Tuesday session, 25 minutes for $25, or book your one-on-one business formation 1-hour coaching. Those are all available at linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm. And for those of you who, you want to start a business, but you just don't know what you don't know, go pick up the Business Startup Basics video training bundle. It is 4 videos and 3 ebooks that give you a crash course into what it takes to run a business, into being an entrepreneur, all those things that you need to check off, okay? So go check that out. All of that is available at linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm. We will be back here tomorrow with more stories. If you guys find any stories that you find interesting and you would like me to talk about, DM them to me, email them to me, however you want to send it, all right? Because I love it when you guys send me stories. Thank you for putting the link up again, Shop Best on the Yard. So we are going to end here. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Take care of yourselves and be safe. Bye.